Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Davis.
Good morning.
I want to pick back up where we kind of left off yesterday. Did you have the opportunity to listen to one of the recordings when you spoke with the police about this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And after listening to that recording, did that refresh your memory as to what you told the police in that particular interview about this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did it refresh your memory about what you told them about the defendant, Mr. Cooper?
Yes, ma'am.
Did it refresh your memory about the day of what you talked about where y'all were drinking and listening to music at your house?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's back up to that day. Just tell us basically kind of from the start of that day when y'all were at your house. Let's go kind of break it back down. Who was there that day visiting you?
Ryan and Lacambria Toomer.
Okay, and when you say Ryan, do you mean Ryan Cooper?
Yes, ma'am.
And who else was there with you?
Catherine Hall and my grandmother.
Okay, and did Ryan and Catherine did Ryan and Lacambria come to visit you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how did they get there that day? How did Ryan, the defendant, and Lacambria get there that day?
By the Audi vehicle.
Okay, and whose vehicle is that?
Ryan Cooper.
Okay, and what color is that vehicle?
White.
All right, and when they first arrived, what did y'all do?
Just talk for a little bit. Just outside, just chilling.
Okay, and did y'all stay there at any point? Did anyone leave?
No, ma'am.
Okay, did you leave while they were there?
What, beside the liquor store?
Yeah, so someone went to the liquor store?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
We had went to the liquor store, but I'm saying like it took a little while until then.
Okay, and who went to the liquor store?
Me and Ryan.
Okay, and so before y'all went to the liquor store, what were y'all doing?
Just out in the yard, just talking.
Okay, and were all four of y'all, you, Catherine, the defendant, Ryan Cooper, and Lacambria in the yard?
Yeah, ma'am.
Was your grandmother in the yard?
No, she was in the house.
Okay, and so when y'all went to the liquor store, tell me about that.
When we went to the liquor store, everything was just basically really just like a normal day, honestly.
Okay.
You know, it really wasn't nothing really too different besides what was on the recording. Besides the phone situation.
Okay, what do you mean the phone situation?
Basically, like whatever he had going on the phone.
Okay, so you stated that you and Ryan, the defendant, went to the liquor store.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Whose car did y'all go in?
His.
Did anybody else go with you and the defendant?
No, ma'am.
Did you talk to the defendant when y'all went to the liquor store? On your trip, did you talk to the defendant?
Yeah, ma'am.
Did you talk to him about whatever phone situation you're talking about?
Yeah, ma'am.
And what was he saying?
Basically, he was just like, he just didn't feel right or whatever because whether he had left his phone at my house and it was something in the phone I guess that he didn't want her to see or however, whatever, but he was just like making a big deal out of it, and I would just tell him like, bro, it probably ain't that serious.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And when you were in the car, did you see a gun in the car?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. And was that your gun?
No.
Okay. And where was the gun located at?
In the middle, In the middle part of the car.
In the middle part?
Yeah, ma'am.
Was it hidden somewhere in something, or was it visible?
It was visible.
Okay. And how much of the gun could you see?
The handle.
The handle. So when you say it's in the middle, you're not talking about it was like in some kind of console closed up, are you?
No, ma'am. Basically, like, it was just like in the seat.
Okay. Like stuck down beside the seat?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Was this a handgun, or do you know?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know what kind of gun it was?
Glock.
Okay. Now, when y'all returned from the liquor store, what did y'all do then?
Just headed back to my house.
Okay. And when y'all arrived, were was Lacambria and Catherine still outside when y'all came back from the liquor store?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when y'all got back, did y'all get out of the car and continue hanging out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were there any, did anyone, and I'm asking about all four of y'all, did anyone get any kind of disagreements or arguments or anything like that?
Really, it really wasn't like argument at first, but it was like tension in the air, most definitely, like people throwing shots at each other, like Ryan and Lacambria Toomer were like throwing shots at each other, basically.
Okay. And when they were throwing shots at each other, what were you doing?
Just looking.
Okay. Did anyone else have any kind of argument other than the defendant and Lacambria?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you and the defendant have any kind of tension between y'all at some point that day?
Basically, when I tried to help Lacambria Toomer out, and he basically didn't like what I was trying to do, that's when the argument kind of started. Okay.
And when you say you were trying to help Lacambria out, what do you mean by that?
She said she had to use the bathroom, and I told her that she most definitely can use my bathroom.
Okay. And how did the defendant, Ryan Cooper, respond to that?
He told me to mind my business.
Okay. And did you and the defendant have some words as a result of him telling you that?
Yes, ma'am. And it was going to lead into an altercation where we were probably finna fight.
You and the defendant were probably fixing to fight?
Yes.
Okay. And so after that, did y'all fight?
No, we didn't fight.
Okay. So what happened after that?
Well, after that, we was outside, and basically he was getting ready to leave. They was getting ready to leave at that point. So it was like he was just in a rush. And I told him, I was just like, what's the rush? You know, like, first of all, y'all, you know what I'm saying, you just got here. We just came from the liquor store. I'm thinking that you just finna, you know, you can chill in my yard anytime you want to.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
But he was just like, he had to go. He had to do something and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't think nothing of it. G.
And how was, when they were getting ready to leave, did you observe Lacambria?
I looked at her, but I ain't gonna say I observed. Like,
okay. When you looked at her, how did she seem? Was she smiling? Was she sad? Was she jumping up? Was she doing anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Was she crying?
Yes.
Now, when that day when he was at your house and you rode in his car, was there any glass in the seat of the passenger side?
No, ma'am.
Okay. To your knowledge, was the window on the passenger side shattered?
No, ma'am.
Now, you said he was in a hurry to leave. Did you see him leaving?
I did.
And can you tell us what you observed when he left in his car?
He turned around real fast, went down the driveway, sped off. When he got to the end of my driveway, I heard the tire skirt, and I just heard the acceleration of the vehicle, and that's when Lacambria started screaming.
You heard her screaming?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now, that same day, did you contact the defendant, Ryan Cooper, after he left for any reason?
Yeah, ma'am, about my phone.
Tell us about that.
This was like a little later on. I didn't realize it at first until I started, thinking about my phone. So I was just checking around the house looking for it and stuff, and I couldn't find it. So it finally hit me. I was like, dog, I was playing music in the car. I was this third car. I remind you, but you came from the liquor store, so I was a little, you know what I mean? So when I finally came down, I came back to my senses. I realized I left my phone in his car. So I used my mama's phone to contact him, and I had told him that I had left my phone. He said he was going to look for it.
Okay. And do you think you dropped your phone in the car, or were you using your phone in his car, or what made you think about your phone was still in his car, I guess, is what I'm asking.
When I was playing my music.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you were playing your music from your phone in his car?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, gotcha. Okay. Now, after that day, at some point, did you become aware that Lacambria Toomer was missing, or at least reported missing?
After that day, yes.
Okay. And at some point, did you speak with the police about that issue?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And after that day, had you been in contact or hung out or with anything with the defendant, Ryan Cooper?
Yes.
And how often would you say that you had seen him or went somewhere with him or talked to him?
Well, it was like, as far as in person, it really wasn't like that many times. But I had went on a truckload with him at Valdosta.
Okay.
And any other time would be just like communication from the phone. We'll just be checking up on each other.
Okay.
Make sure we are.
Sure. All right. And did you ever have occasion to get in that white Audi after that day he left your house?
Yes, ma'am.
And when were you riding with him, or were y'all sitting still when y'all were in the Audi?
How do you mean?
I mean, like after that day, did you actually go somewhere with him, with the defendant in his car? Like, how were you in the car? Or did he just pull up in your yard and y'all were sitting there?
Oh, we had just rode around Albany.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So you said that you knew at that point Lacambria was missing. Did you ever ask the defendant, Ryan Cooper, where she was, or if he knew anything about where she was?
I did.
And what, if anything, did he tell you?
He just looked at me. Like, he looked at me like crazy looking. Like I just asked him a question, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, what going on, bro? Like, where is she?
Uh-huh.
And like I said, he looked at me funny and stuff, like I wasn't supposed to ask that question. Like, I got every right to ask that question, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But then he had a gun like on his lap too, you know, so I was just really being cautious. Because truthfully, it's just like we all know how this go for real. You know what I mean? Like when you deep off in a situation that I was in, it can become a scary situation for some folks.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know how to handle it.
Yes, sir. I understand.
So
And after he looked at you in that way, did he tell you anything?
He was like, what I asked that question for.
Right.
And instantly I just became frozen. And I ain't say nothing else about it.
Okay. And at some point, whether it was that time or another time, did he show you anything in his car?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
It was at first I didn't know what it was at first,
Okay.
but he came out and told me, literally came out and told me, like, bro, do you know what that is on the roof? I didn't even look at the roof. I just got in the car like any other day, you know?
Right.
He told me, you know what that is on the roof? I looked, like, nah, bro, like, nah, what is it?
And when you say the roof, are y'all sitting inside the car?
Yeah, no.
And what you're talking about, you didn't know what it was. When you say roof, are you talking about the inside of the top of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
And when he had said that, I said, no. I said, what is it? When I looked up, I just seen these little black little burgundy spots all on the roof. I looked down. I said, no, what is it? He clearly looked at me and said, it's brains on the roof.
Okay. And did he tell you whether or not or how they got there?
No, ma'am.
Did he ever mention anything about a gun being used in the car?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember telling the police that the defendant told you that he had used a gun in the car?
Like, how you mean?
Do you remember telling the police that?
You talking about in the interview?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
That, what did you tell the police about a gun being used by the defendant in the car?
Well, basically, I had seen that the window was shattered. The window was shattered out on the passenger side.
Okay. And did he make reference to a gun being used in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember telling the police that he said he shot Lacambria?
No.
You didn't hear that in your interview that he said he shot her?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I probably did.
But you saw he told you, did he tell you about the broken window or did you see it?
I seen it.
Okay. And then he told you that was brain matter?
Yeah, ma'am.
And you had said situations like this, you're being cautious. Were you scared for your safety? Is that what you mean by being cautious?
No, not for my safety. It was never for mine. It was for my family. See, basically, the reason I say not for mine is because I grew up in the street.
Yes, sir.
So the street don't bother me.
Yes, sir.
But even when you be in a situation like this, you got to use your head. Everything is not just revolve around you. It affects other people as well.
Yes, sir. I understand what you're saying. Okay. And after did you ever talk to the defendant about his car being searched?
Scoots?
Did you ever talk to the defendant about the police having the defendant's car?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Did you ever see the car after the police had it, to your knowledge?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you ever observe anything on the car on the passenger side where the window was shattered?
No, man, not beside the window being shattered.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police that he had put some kind of plastic up there? Like a bag or something?
On the headlight, I want to say it was.
There was some plastic on the headlight?
Yeah, man, I want to say.
Okay. And what was the defendant's behavior like during that time after you knew and he had talked to you about the police getting his car?
Basically, like, everything was just, well, to my knowledge, everything seemed normal, for real. Like, he had normal behavior still.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police he thought his car was bugged or something of that nature?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And do you remember telling the police that he was acting all crazy then?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So you remember he was acting crazy and he thought his car was bugged?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And did you ever ask him where Lacambria's body was?
No, man.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police in the interview, I asked him where the body was and he would not tell me?
Oh, you talking about what I had told you earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, man. That's the only time I had.
But you did ask that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And did he say he wasn't telling you, or was he just silent?
Like, he just said what I asked that for.
Okay.
That's all he told me.
Okay. Now, did you ever get your phone back?
No, man, I had to buy a new one.
You had to buy a new one?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And did the defendant ever tell you anything about your phone?
He said the reason I couldn't get it back because it had brains on it.
Did he tell you it had blood on it too?
Yes, ma'am.
To your knowledge, after that day he left the house, did he ever tell you he cleaned his car?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may approach.
Mr. Davis, I'm just going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 55. Do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you recognize that?
That's Ryan.
That's Ryan, the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
Here in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And that looks like him? You were able to recognize him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Your Honor, this time we would tender State's Exhibit 55, photo of defendant.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, States 55 is admitted.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Davis, you had talked about when you had first took the stand yesterday about that you were in Department of Corrections. Does that have anything to do with Lacambria Toomer's case?
Not at all.
Does that have anything to do with the defendant Ryan Cooper?
Not at all.
And what county was that case out of?
Terra County.
Okay. And did you want to come here and testify today?
Truthfully, by my own will, knowing that I don't have nothing to do with this at all, I'm not just gonna just sit up here and lie like I just had my intentions to just come up here. But I see it's good that I am up here.
Yes, sir. And initially, when the police talked to you, did you just come out and tell them all this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The first interview, do you remember really not telling them about what Ryan had told you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember it was a couple of interviews afterwards?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember you were in jail during that interview?
Yes, ma'am.
And is the reason you talked to them is to try to get help for your situation in jail?
Well, I don't say that was the reason, but I did say that on. Yes, ma'am.
You did say, can you help me?
Yes, ma'am.
And was there any other reason that you finally told what the defendant had told you about?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Were you trying to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you trying to do what's right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, were you ever offered anything for your participation in this case, for your testimony in this case? Did we offer, or any other DA's office, including Terrell County, offer you anything, like a lighter sentence or reduced sentence or anything to make sure you're going to testify?
No.
And when you were talking about the top of the, I guess you call roof, but you're saying inside, did he tell you how the spots got up there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And at this point, you're still saying you don't remember telling the police in that interview that he told you he shot her?
No, ma'am. No, I don't remember.
In the interview that you list,
The last part of what you just said. The
Ma'am.
last part of your response to Ms. Mullis.
Oh, I said no.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't hear me? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what I heard you say. That's why I asked you to repeat it. But if you said
Oh.
no, that's fine.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, I'm sorry.
you said no, that you didn't remember?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, the interviews that, the interview that you heard yesterday, or the interviews, and all the interviews you gave, was that a true account of what happened?
Yeah, ma'am.
The testimony that you're giving today, that you heard Lacambria screaming, was when she left your house, was that true?
Yes, ma'am. That was the truth.
Was it true that the defendant told you that's brain matter on the top of the roof or headliner of the car?
Yeah, ma'am. That's true.
And was it the truth that he told you he couldn't give you your phone back because there was brain and blood matter on the phone?
Yes, ma'am. That's true.
All right. Nothing further at this time. The defense may have some questions for you.
No questions, Your Honor.